Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode of my SimCity 4 Let's Play. Go ahead and load up Solitude. So, hopefully I'll be able to kind of stick to a schedule if I'm able to find the time just every week, make hopefully one of Solitude, one of Pine Castle. So I'll see if I'll be able to find time later today for Pine Castle, making an episode of that series, and we'll see about that hopefully. So, yeah, alright, in the city now, let's see what's in here. Looks like some actual urban style buildings are appearing. Like I had mentioned before, things I wouldn't expect are happening kind of with this mod, where it's supposed to, well, relot some buildings, or most buildings I guess. Eventually it's supposed to be all of them, like the mod which kind of, I guess it densifies all these zones, like the low density ones. You see there's 2 or 3 houses instead of the default maximum of 2 on single, low density residential lots. So it's supposed to relot for realism. Then I see they get these what I would think are medium density or by default apartment buildings appearing in low density zones, and now I've got, I guess, medium density has high-rise public housing project type towers, tenements. So I guess that's just unusual to me. I'm not gonna say it's necessarily bad, but it's not like a traditional thing you'd see in a regular American style suburb. But I don't think it's a bad thing to have these densities more mixed up, I guess. So, I don't think I'll remove this mod. I like a lot of its parts. Although, I do think it's got looks a little weird at times with the dirt and less than perfectly green grass in front of all these medium wealth residential houses, but I don't know. Take some getting used to, maybe. So here's what I kind of expected to be in this zone. Medium density apartment buildings on the same lot, which are the same as something like this kind of. So that was an interesting surprise, I guess. We'll see. This is kind of tall, honestly. It's a medium density zone, but so is the hospital. It's kind of tall. Anyway, yeah. So hopefully I can make another episode of Pine Castle today. We'll see if it's going to be possible. Usually it takes a while after I record it, kind of encode it, get it uploaded. But I was going to say, if you're a hobgoblin on YouTube, sorry if it seems like I'm not responding to your comments, like I'm ignoring you or something, because this has happened with people before. There's something apparently wrong with Google Plus settings, I think. I've read about it, and there's a bug kind of with YouTube. There's some setting you need to change, and I can't reply to comments for some people for some reason. So it's kind of annoying. I can't reply to anything. Alright, so anyway, about the game. This building's almost finished. See the shadow appear soon. This one's all done. Very tall building, but whatever. Let's see, where should I don't know if I should zone some more medium density here. I was concentrating it, along this road, I guess, yeah. Of course, this is only medium density because it's supposed to be something like that, so it's alright though. if I decide I don't like this building, I can just demolish it and make the other one historical, it appears. It doesn't usually seem to grow those buildings. Alright, and this area is looking pretty nice so far. So, yeah. I think possibly before I extend zones through this area, I might just first extend this avenue and potentially build a new highway interchange with it. So, take care of that in a moment, I suppose. And, yes, of course, people have mentioned that this looks bad, this grass texture, even compared to this, which matches the airstrip. And yeah, I agree it does, especially with the trees being so deep green. Only, like I had said last time, I only wanted it to match this curve grass texture, and of course this has changed due to wealthification. And it doesn't match anyway, so I'm going to get rid of this once more. I think I've already done that once, but oh well. And I'll rezone it, or redevelop it, quote unquote develop, with this other grass texture. What if I just put these nice 5x5 tile parks here? I was kind of trying to avoid, I guess, yeah, I don't want a lot of trees in a place where people are going to be right in front of the airport, I guess. So, that would fit in, but I think I'll keep it as grass. And of course, as usual, this is right at the bottom of the menu, so here it is. So, as I've probably mentioned before, this would be a great place to have a slip lane for this intersection with the road here. Fortunately, with the texturing, you'd have this kind of grass and this tile. It would look weird if I put one there. So, no slip lane, I guess. Maybe I'll put one somewhere nearby. So I had a couple trees on this lot, I guess, before, and I'll just put some back here, now that's all been destroyed and rebuilt. They don't want to change to the secondary trees, it looks like, but whatever. That's fine, I guess. So, well, maybe I'll put a few more trees. This was kind of, this is reverted back to the texture it was before that I was trying to match now. But, you know, it's not perfectly matched, close enough though. I think I'll just put a couple trees to hide the difference though. Maybe that would work. I think it's actually not letting me put bigger, like if you click multiple times, trees, because these are 1x1 lots on the outside, that's probably why. It doesn't want them to overextend beyond this boundary of one tile. Kind of weird how that works. Okay, well that all looks good to me now, so, yeah. And the avenue we extended now. So I want to extend it diagonally as far as possible, I suppose, for the highway interchange to not be really close to this one. In fact, I might be able to do it all the way diagonal somehow build an interchange. That would be very, I guess, unusual for me. Interesting. See if I can pull that off and put in a completely diagonal, orthogonal highway interchange like this. So first of all, I'll just extend that. I won't put it right across the highway because that would glitch it up, I guess. Starting right there. Alright. Maybe I'll make it curved to be straight after that. Might be necessary with the railway overpass. Let's see. So we've got our 7.5 meter overpasses. Let's see. Well, it looks like those have diagonal ones too. So this is for road. What about avenue? Yeah, it's there. Okay, great. So I can just keep that diagonal all the way through here, I guess. Maybe put an intersection somewhere along there. If they've got the diagonal onslope piece, which is sometimes missing, so that's important to have. Yeah, I've never used this kind of overpass before, 7.5 meter height diagonal ones, so that's pretty cool. And beyond that, something's a little uneven, but I think this is sidewalk. Looks a bit curved for some reason, but yeah, it looks like the slope is flat. So, well, I've got a main road. Not a main road, maybe. I guess it is kind of the only one on this side of the railway right now. I might actually convert this to an avenue somewhere. I'm gonna intersect with this. I have to see about that. I don't think there was a T intersection on slope diagonal piece, was there? Let me see. That would allow me to make it keep that avenue straight. Only for orthogonal, it looks like. Oh well, doesn't have to keep all my don't need to keep my roads straight all the time, of course. But yeah, I'm thinking I probably would make this turn into a 4-lane road somewhere. Because it's kind of the main route on this area. How about right here? So, yeah, the transition you can see is pretty abrupt as with the default game, but actually it looks a lot better. Someone redesigned it, and I'm not sure. I think this might be part of the main network add-on mod download. You can select it as an option or something. Oh, I think it might actually be part of the the NAM retexture and cosmetic mod. Yeah, I was wondering if that was a separate download, but I think this is part of that mod. So you want to search for that and get that for your own game. I'm still not sure if I'll keep it this way though, because there's another way of doing this, of course. Even if it looks more smooth and better, it's still abrupt, so you can always, let's see, get a transition here. Turn the AV4 avenue into an AVE2 2-lane avenue. Like that. Although this is messed up. But you can just then transition it to a regular road for however long you want. It's kind of smoother, of course. The problem with this is you see the sidewalk is curved on the inside of the avenue, on the median side. Of course, that's not correct. Here, everything is wrong. It's due to, I think, these walls along the edge. It's an issue that, well, they can't solve that due to the game's limitations, but something medium or low density, or I think just low density, causes that to be the wrong side. So, it kind of looks messed up. But let's see what it looks like if I just kind of transitioned it to road right there. Guess I can't go any farther than that. Alright. Of course, there's some length where it has a median. I don't really know. I think I might actually make that the regular transition again. Let's see what that looks like, I guess. Alright. Get the avenue back. Anyway, okay. Back to what I was doing, I suppose. This area. So, I basically want to curve this, probably. I'm not sure where. Here, maybe? And 45 degrees. And this is, of course, 45 degree curved already. So, I think what I'll do is kind of extend this to the neighbor connection at the edge of the city. Maybe kind of intersect it with this avenue here. So this looks a little messed up at places. Like there's some texture irregularity with this 45 degree angled intersection. So I probably could convert that to a roundabout. I'm not sure if I will do that. I mean, it looks better. That's the wrong place. Do it again. I think more in an urban area you'd find kind of a intersection of avenues that's 45 degrees with a stoplight. I don't know. And this seems kind of out of place. Maybe not. So that's what it looks like with the roundabout. I don't have any other avenue roundabouts nearby, of course. They're road ones. I'm just mentioning that because I don't want to, like, usually try to put a bunch of roundabouts right by each other or something. Space them out through my city. No reason in particular, I suppose. Yeah, I want smooth curves here as well. So, this road now goes all the way to the Solitude Industrial Area on this other side of the neighbor connection. And as I probably mentioned before, that's the official name for that area. City over here. So, yeah. Regarding this one, I will probably put extend it to right about there. Maybe just leave it at that instead of going all the way here. That neighbor connection. It could just kind of go all the way through this avenue. So, what I might do though is make this kind of go past this intersection, but only in order to turn into a pair of highway ramps. That will be my connection to the highway on this side of the freeway here. Once again, I'm making a strange shaped intersection, so I think I'll turn it into a roundabout with these angles. That's the right place. Yep, okay. So I wonder if I should leave the other one now. I think I'll leave them both. Both roundabouts, I mean. And just continue building the overpass and the interchange now. So as I'm going to make a graded kind of ramp to the overpasses, or overpass, instead of using the puzzle piece ramps, which are more abrupt, or probably not necessarily. Let's see. I'm gonna try using 7.5 meters, since it's not usually necessary to have that higher one, 15 meters. I think I need to find draggable ones though. Let's see, there's a straight ramp. See, I don't even think there is a diagonal puzzle piece based ramp. So, I'm gonna be using those on-slope pieces again that I used over here, or over there. And I think the way to make those is probably make that area straight, I believe. Like this. Yep, diagonal. On slope, and I can put... Maybe I did that wrong. Actually, I think I didn't do it enough right here. Looks like this needs to be straight as well, flattened. Alright. Yep, that's correct. That's not. I think I moved it over too far. Make sure this is all flat again. There, that's better. The problem is, I just realized there's probably nothing to go over RHW with these. So, well, I can't make the avenue turn into a tunnel for diagonal. I think my only option would be elevate the RHW or make that a tunnel, because that's the straight network. Don't know of any way to make an RHW6C tunnel easily. So like splitting it into ramps, which would be awkward kind of. But then again, I think there's a way to a puzzle piece to make it into RHW4, split off the outer lanes, and then it would be able to make a tunnel. I'm not sure. I probably will just elevate it. Probably easier. I mean, there'd be in this section, I think, if there is such a thing as a diagonal overpass, but I don't really think there is. I can't use diagonal RHW4 or anything like that because, of course, Avenue is closer, more compact diagonal avenues. only road 15 meters has that functionality, so I'll have to get rid of this. So flatten all this out again, and the avenue will stay at ground level. Alright, let's demolish a bit here to prepare for that and fit this through here. And that caused a lot of changes for the sidewalk texture. Nothing much has happened here, it looks like. I probably should demolish this building here. It's like twice as tall as the hospital. I mean, this doesn't fit in this area. 20 times higher than every other building almost. So, think about that in a while. For the RHW6, I'm going to pick out the flex height pieces and use one level. So I'm using the puzzle piece based ones, or flex piece, instead of using their land grade. So it's a little more abrupt, but not really such a problem, I guess, with the 7.5 meter height. Although I probably could use the land slope. Guess I might as well. It's like I have plenty of space to do it. It's a suburban and undeveloped area. If it were an urban area, I could maybe be more suited to using the slopes, or the puzzle pieces, the concrete supports. Yes, okay, this should be about that close, I think. So, I'll give it another tile length here. And this menu. That's what I need, yep. Okay. Simple. I'm gonna get rid of this as much as possible so that I can kind of more easily drag the slopes without worrying about something messing it up. See, like if you get too close, it will screw it up. Drag these adjacent to it, and that will keep the slope of the first one, of course. How many tiles did I go? 80? Well, 80 simoleons worth, I guess. Just to make sure the slopes are pretty much the exact same length. Alright. And I can just drag this through and it should work just fine. Yep. Pretty simple. And now I can look into building the ramps. So, of course, I've got the first part taken care of here. This roundabout. So I'm going to need to kind of split this avenue into two one-way roads. And those will turn into the highway. So, what kind of interchange I should base this on? I'm thinking probably the folded diamond. I think it's a B2 partial cloverleaf, like you see here and here. Because otherwise it would be, what, What else could I do with this, I wonder? Basically, an A4 partial cloverleaf, if I had it diagonal like this, that would look like there'd be a loop ramp here, getting on in that direction. Be another ramp here, another loop ramp, and another straight ramp, so that would kind of make sense, I guess. Of course, I've got this already on this side at least, so it's going to have to be the B2 type of interchange, so actually, I wonder, is it best that I made this diagonal out of here? I could just do it straight out of there. That wouldn't be good though because of the slope, wouldn't work out. So what I'll need to do, first of all, extend this a bit more. See if I can fit some kind of smooth curve, hopefully. I have a new smooth curve. Actually, it might be better to just turn that into one-way roads because you can do that easily at this corner here. So of course we've got 2 lanes to enter the highway, and that could work out, I suppose, if it were 6S and not 6C type RHW. But I think I'll just merge them into one lane, and then that will merge onto the highway. So, the flex ramps, I'll use the E1 entrance. Actually, I might just take a look at what would it look like, I guess, with this type. No, that doesn't work with 6C, actually. There's no equivalent there. So, type E1. I think that's safer, honestly. To not have a lane that just, like that, merges instantly onto the highway without any kind of acceleration space. So, place that right there. Nope, it's not letting me do that. I remember I had trouble on the other interchange here, I think, with those. Hopefully it works out alright here. So, get that once more. It's got to demolish a little space for it, I believe. That's probably the way to do that. See if this messes any slopes up. Nope. Seems alright. Oh, gee. That made that completely invisible. Did I even... Was I even able to use those ramps here, or did I have to use the puzzle pieces? Looks like I used the puzzle piece based ones because I couldn't get these to work out. I think it would be yellow, like this, you see. If it's a flex ramp. Puzzle piece, it would be blue, so... Oh. I guess I'll use the puzzle piece based one then. Unfortunately, those aren't very good for slope areas like this. So if I put it where it was before, it would mess up the slope. Right about here. So I'm going to need to somehow fit that in, move down a little bit. Need C type E1. This tile, this one had to be completely flat, otherwise that would flatten the land there. So you see this is already too far away, misaligned with a curve. I should be able to work it out somehow. So, 45 degree, get rid of that first. Alright, I'd like to just have that starter stub in there instead of using a filler piece. No reason in particular, but let's see, that was just there. There. That just completes it. And this could be a little difficult, of course. I'm going to need to kind of extend this, make that a one-way road. See, it's already, I'm like out of space. I can't transition that into one lane now. How would I do that? They're both needed. These will both need to be at one lane, I think. So I don't know of any diagonal transition I could use. With this avenue here, I don't know if that would work. I know there is another kind of roundabout piece. I just demolish this. There's another one that will kind of bend the avenue. Or is that right there? That's what I'm thinking of. So that kind of offsets it a bit more than it would be otherwise. Hopefully that will help out. Still, this isn't fitting. I'd need to have the puzzle piece based transition from RHW4 to MIS. Oh. Demolish that on accident. Well, I can't move this down anymore because then I'd be running out of space in the other way, other direction. So I'll look at my ramps here, see if there's anything useful. This is potentially something that could help. Let's see, that might actually be good, yeah. What if I did it like this? Instead of having this 45-degree curve here, somehow use that splitter ramp here. Actually, this one would be better, yeah. That's right, I usually use this. If I make this kind of interchange. So, that takes care of this part here. I'll just take care of the other direction as well. And, yeah. Oh, that looks really weird. I think I'd leave that in my design here. I don't know, this almost looks like it would work. What did I change? This looks like okay, I left this where it was. But if I kind of move the splitter of the avenue maybe further up here, that would fix something? I'm not sure. Maybe I do have more space after all. I just look, okay, it looked like there was a lot more. I would need to fit what? Something like I could use the fractional angled merge piece. Maybe that would be a bit more smooth looking. Either that or either this one or the default straight one, I guess. And that's right here. Okay. And like I said, this won't fit in nearly at all here. I'll see what I can do with fractional angle pieces. If anything, I'd want to use this boomerang curve type of piece. And this version of it. I'm going to try putting a curve first so I can see where that matches up. Okay. Well, that kind of does something, but I still need more space, I think. Oops. Wasn't supposed to happen. What I was thinking was I would use the piece right here. That would look a lot more smooth overall. So kind of do something like that. Then what would I do though? Need to transition this into a diagonal or orthogonal avenue. That is the confusing part, I guess. Okay. Try this once more. What if I went all the way to making an orthogonal exit from the avenue? Or the roundabout? Then I could kind of bend that somehow over there. I'm gonna rebuild this. They have fractional angled one-way roads now, so if RHW4 won't take care of it, what about this network here? See, it might have that curve I'm looking for, the long curve, yeah. Oh, it's almost fitting. Okay. It's almost exactly what I need. The shoulder looks weird here, but I mean, it's still functional, of course. But I still need to connect it to this roundabout. This kind of gets messed up if you connect it directly to a one-way road without transitioning first. See? So I need to get rid of this stub. Right, the stub on the other end of it. Well, getting somewhere with this, it looks like. Yes, I don't think there's a shorter long curve like this. Long curve where it goes to fractional angle from orthogonal for RHW4. Pretty sure. So that's why I need to use the one-way road. They do have MIS long curves. They're pretty small too. I could transition it before it became curved. Not sure. That's what I want to do. That would mean there's not much space kind of after you get off the roundabout to merge the two lanes into one. So, yeah. I think what I'll do is, well, get rid of this, but I think I'll need to kind of do this over again once more. This needs to be an avenue. And I need to get rid of this half of it. You can drag a railway like that to get rid of half of an avenue. Pretty useful in some cases. I think I might have messed that up again. This has got to be avenue. Okay. Connecting again. And basically I want to get rid of this part too, if that's possible, maybe not. And kind of leave this area, this tile as it is. Doesn't want to let me do that, looks like. There's likely to be a way around it though. Yeah, that's not good. So it wants to destroy this roundabout, whatever I do. There's got to be some way to do it right, though. So I've already tried doing this, the usual thing I do to get this kind of straightened here. Actually, I had an idea. Maybe that's what I need to do, is do that right here. That'll kind of leave the part that I want left. Okay, that should do that actually. Hopefully. Let's see if I put the roundabout here. Yep, it just leaves just this area. Perfect. Now how about connecting it, though? I guess I don't need either one to be, like, dragged out as an avenue. Let's try that over. I know what to do now, so it should be easier. I want this kept as it is. Get rid of that. And get rid of what? Maybe I'm misunderstanding this again. So what I'd like is to get rid of this area and somehow still connect this to that. Oh, I know what to do. Okay. Just, I think put another one of this setup maybe. Suppose I got rid of all of that. Then did this over again one more time. That does it. Okay, great. That's what I want to do. Alright, finally I can, I think, complete this intersection here. Right. Looks kind of weird with the median here, but that's okay, I guess. Well, I think this might need to be done one more time, I guess, because this could screw it up with the fractional angled one-way road. But I know what to do after I take care of that. It should be easier. Okay. So, first of all, put this here in the right direction. Then I can probably get rid of part of it here easily enough. Now messed up over here again. So what I did the first time is I think get rid of all that. I'll eventually want to put them there, one there, and demolish this. That will fix that problem again. I think before I do that, I need to take care of the one-way road curve. Okay, so eventually, yeah, I'll need to get rid of this right here. And to do that, how do I do that? Simple enough, I think. Wonder if it would destroy it if I were to have to demolish this again, I guess. Very difficult, yes, I know it's tedious to go about these things, I guess. What I was thinking was this here, railway, demolish. There, that's what I wanted to do. Great. So now we got rid of that part. So probably need to... Okay. Start all over again, but need to memorize the order of these things, I guess. Get rid of that. By putting a railway overpass right there. Now I should be able to place the one-way road curve. Drag to it. Railway crossing. Demolish. Demolish some more. Okay. Yep, okay. That's what I wanted to finally have. I do believe. So I can finally build this for hopefully the last time. And one more. Demolish. There we go. Perfect. Finally have that connection to the roundabout. Finally. Okay. Final result of this that I wanted this whole time. Okay. Fortunately, I made this long enough so I can still drag this out, which is good. And alright. Well, for one thing, this ramp is messed up with the connection. Quickly redo that. Alright. I will want to save now. Definitely want to save before I mess around with any of this and have to do it over again or something. I think actually this median looks weird, so I'm gonna get rid of part of that. Oh, wonderful. Oh joy, we just lost all of that. Okay, quickly do it. I want to connect a one-way road on either side. Probably would have saved a lot of effort in the first place. Wrong order. wrong way. Okay, one-way road curve one more time. Going inward to the highway. Drag it a bit. Railroad crossing. Demolish, demolish. And bit of highway, avenue. Okay, I don't need to do anything but place this, I believe. I do need to get... Okay, so I'm trying to connect this. Okay. No, that's not right at all. It's going to be connected to Avenue right about here. Move that. Place the one-way road. Make that longer. Alright, before I demolish anything else, okay. This is what I wanted in the end here. Should probably be able to get rid of this now. This doesn't screw anything up. Click, okay, good. Alright, now. Rebuild this. Wish you could like hotkey overpasses or something, puzzle pieces. I'm gonna use this over and over, just press a button and it goes right to it. Alright, now this is finally what I want, I believe. Okay. Oh, what did that do? Okay, that was close. Didn't mess anything up there. That, and okay, finally have this one-way road connected here. Wow. Alright, and I did get the arrows right with that one-way road, didn't I? Draw paths. Yes, okay, great. Hide paths. You can't see them, like ghost arrows or whatever, when you hover over it, it seems, with some of these pieces. Others you can. So my final idea was basically make a one-way road curve, 45 degrees, right about there. And you can't drag those one-way road curves for some reason. You have to use the puzzle pieces. Okay, it's finally coming together. It's only half the interchange. I think I'll probably end the episode after this, because that was a pretty tedious process. And I'll finish the rest of it later. So, yeah. I think what I'll do is make another of these transitions, which is going to be fractional angled. And what else I could do is kind of transition the one-way road to a RHW. Probably should have it RHW everywhere. Okay, thank goodness that did not destroy everything again. Why didn't I think of that before? Okay, Avenue stub, and that's going to connect right to RHW4. And the idea would be put a smooth curve here. Okay, good. Didn't deconvert here. So, I'm gonna keep that. It looks like I could have been a little bit closer if there wasn't this need for that tile to be straight. Anyway. I'll keep this as diagonal for a little while. Just to save space and make it diagonal as long as possible, otherwise I would have it fractional angled kind of all the way there. But now I've got to, right about here probably, transition to fractional angled. And I think I'll just put a straight FIRHW piece. Then I can put the transition. It's under intersections. And finally, a type, what, F splitter, I think. F1. Yeah, okay. Can be for 8C. Okay. Looks great. And they do have... No, they don't. Oh, they do, okay. It's type C2 for this RHW8C, so I could have made it 2-lane exit here. I'm just not sure if I want to do that here. I guess I will. It's got plenty of, like, I guess queuing space for this roundabout. More than enough. I do try to avoid a 2-lane exit where it splits off 1 lane, or any exit of that type, whenever it's going off to an intersection or a roundabout, because what if traffic's backed up onto the freeway that way? There's no exit lane for one of them. But this should be fine. Right. And it's, you know, better capacity, so... C type C2. There. This will need to be rebuilt. It needs to be symmetrical. Where is that? They might have not had a neighbor connector piece, actually. Do they? For this, 8C? Oh, good. Okay. That is great. I thought for a second they didn't have one yet, because there's some, it's mainly elevated networks that aren't, you can't make neighbor connections because there's no piece for it. So, okay, I need to make this be 8 lanes on for both sides, all the way up to there. That's fine. I'll just keep an entrance lane and make it form a new lane. So, okay. I'll move this a bit closer, actually. Make it a more smooth curve. I guess since I don't need that straight part for the transition, that will be fine right there. Okay, I think that looks better, and it's more compact. So, what do we have here? Probably no space for width transition back to 6 lanes for the overpass. Less than ideal to have to merge in a shorter space when you're already going up this slope here anyway, so that wouldn't work because of the flattening of the slope. It would be cheaper to have this overpass be 6 and not 8 lanes. Oh well, I'll just make it 8 though. What I'll have to do is put the width transition here. I'd almost just keep it as 8 lanes though, all the way to this, because you like transitioning and then widening it again. So I guess I'll do that. starter piece. What's that doing? Okay. A little messed up. Okay. 8C. 7C, I guess, whatever. Alright. It's doing something. Doesn't look right yet, though. Okay, great. That fixes it all. Now the overpass is 4 lanes in this direction, I suppose. And that's the starter piece. I'll get rid of that. Connecting this and all that. Alright. Well, that just took forever, didn't it? Just very, I don't know, menial kind of tasks at times. As you can see, building an RHW interchange, you go with really obscure figuring out little sections that will make it able to fit together, little tricks and stuff that you can do to get part of a stub or part of a transition or whatever. It's really does take a lot of effort, so I'm just glad that's half of it is over with, and for the other half I'll probably do something completely different, like make it more like a diamond interchange, just straight ramps. No more of this. This was only because of, I guess, I already had this avenue and connected to the existing roundabout. So yeah, I'm glad that's finished, and this will be connected and fixed in the future. So next episode, I guess I'll just hopefully more quickly finish up with this interchange, and then I'll be able to continue with more things. So, alright. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.